So, in today's session, we are going to discuss about UI macros, guys. UI macros. Okay. So, what are these UI macros actually? Hmm? So, let me just go to the documentation and show you what are UI macros. So, UI macros can be used to build solutions that can't be built using the available catalog variable types. Okay. So, what exactly that means here? Okay. What exactly that means here? So suppose guys, if you go to the shipping case form, let me just copy that definition here. So UI macros can be used to build a solution. UI macros can be used to build solutions that can't be built using available field types. So again, I'm repeating guys, UI macros can be used to build solutions that can't be built using available field types. So here, if you just go to the shipping case form, if you go to the shipping case form, okay. So in the shipping case form, you have string type of field, reference type of field, string type of field. This is also reference type of field. And here, this is a choice type of field. Okay. This is reference type of field. This is true or false type of field. So if I want a radio type of field, radio button type of field. Okay. Radio button type of field. So we don't have any field type as such called radio type button. Okay. Radio type, let me just show you. Radio type means this one, guys. Radio type means this one. Okay. So if I want to create a radio button type field on the form, if I want to create a radio button type field on the form, so we don't have any field type as such. We don't have any field type as such. If you want to create a radio type, so that is where we can go for UI macro. That is where you can go for UI macro. That is what it is mentioned here. So UI macros can be used to build solutions that can't be built using available field types. Okay. UI macros can be used to build solutions that can't be built using available field types. So we don't have any radio button type field on the form. Okay. We don't have any radio button type field on the form. Okay. Getting my point? And moreover, as soon as I open the form, on the right side column, here, just below just above the contact I fill, I want to show the logo always. I want to show the logo always. Getting my point? So if you want to show the logo always, there is no field type as such to show the logo always. Okay. So I want to show the company URLs. I want to show the company URLs as soon as you open the form. To show the company URLs, we don't have any field as such. So that is where we have to go for UI macro. So firstly, I am just going to create a UI macro. Macro name I am here giving as shipping case radio type. Okay. Just using this HTML, just pasting here. Okay. So this radio button, I am just giving it in a new tag. Okay. I just created a UI macro, guys. Okay. So we created a UI macro. In that macro, we have created a radio button type. So please select your favorite web page. HTML is actually one, CSS and JavaScript. Okay. So that is what we have actually done. So we created a radio button type UI macro. Now what I do is after creating the UI macro, I have to create a formatter. I have to create a formatter. Okay. I am just creating a formatter here. I'm just creating a formatter here. So the formatter name here I am giving here as radio button. Okay. UI macro name dot XML you have to write. UI macro name dot XML. Table name will be shipping case here. That's it. So first you created a UI macro and you call that UI macro in the formatter. Now you go to the shipping case form. In the shipping case form, right click, configure, go to form layout. Radio button. So here you can say, please select your favorite web language. So you can select any of these three. Okay. Getting my point. So likewise, we don't have any radio type of field on the form. We don't have any radio type of field on the table. So in that case, if you have to create a radio type of field on the form, you have to use UI macros and you can create a new field. Okay, clear, right? Now what I'm doing is I'm just creating a new UI macro again. Okay, new UI macro again. So as soon as I open the shipping case form, so the company logo should appear here. The company logo should appear here. And just below the logo, company URL should appear. Then what I am doing is shipping case logo. I'm giving here as logo. So instead of radio button, okay, company logo, company logo. So guys, first of all, you have to upload your image in ServiceNow. So you have to go to images. You have to go to images. Okay. So let us say I uploaded this image. If you want to upload an image, you can just click on new and you can upload an image. I have already uploaded an image called JP Morgan. Open this particular image. Open this image. There should be some HTML. That HTML is not appearing here. We'll do one thing. We'll upload one image. So here the HTML code should appear. It is not appearing. It is there. Yeah, you're right. It is there. That is not appearing because of this particular theme. Because of the theme, it is not appearing. Yeah. I'm just copying this tag, image tag. Okay. Just paste it here. If you want to increase the width and height, you can increase and decrease the width of the image. So I have created another UI macro called shipping case logo. Okay. So I have called the image source is equal to delete logo.png. Then what I do, I'll create another UI formatter. Logo UI macro name.xml. UI macro name.xml. Okay. Right click on the form, configure, go to form layout. You can see the logo is appearing here. So every time when you open the form, this logo will appear. Okay. Every time when you open the form, this logo will appear. So normally to show this logo, there is no field type in ServiceNow, guys. To show this logo, we don't have any field type. Okay. Fine. So I just want to show some URLs related to the companies on the right column of the form. For that, I am actually creating another UI macro URLs. Okay. Company URL. Okay. Okay. I have created another UI macro with the URLs. I am just creating a formatters with the URL name. UI macro name dot XML. Okay. Or right click, configure, go to form layout. You can see the URLs here. Okay. So likewise, guys, on the form, any customized field types, you have to use UI macros. For any customized fields, you have to use UI macros. And here, guys, you have to understand one thing. Well, here for field have field label, field name. This field has field label, field name. This field has field label, field name. What about UI macro? UI macro, does UI macro have field name? No, right? What is the field name for UI macro? The field name for UI macro is the ID that you are giving here. This ID is actually the macro name. You can consider this as name of the UI macro. Okay. You can consider this one as name of the UI macro. So guys, my requirement is on the shipping case form. On the shipping case form, this UI macro should not appear on the new form, should appear only on the existing record. This UI macro should not appear on the new form, should appear only on the existing record. Now you tell me the step-by-step process to achieve this requirement. Guys, everyone, just a moment, guys. Okay. So we can achieve this requirement using onload client script. I'm going to create a onload client script for this one. Right click, configure client scripts. New form. Onload. So how to hide this UI macro? If you want to hide the field, you will use underscore form dot set display field name comma false. You will use, right? How to hide the UI macro? To hide the UI macro, you have to understand the UI macro ID. The UI macro has ID, right? So this is the ID. This is the ID. So you have to use that ID here. Okay. Document dot get element by ID dot file dot display is equal to none. If it is new record, if it is new record, then hide the UI macro. This is the ID. Else it will be shown. Okay. Guys, remember you read this one. New client scripts run in a strict mode with a direct DOM access disabled. DOM means document object model. So here I'm using document, right? So ServiceNow by default will not allow you to use document.getElement by ID. There is a checkbox that is checked here, right? You have to uncheck this checkbox so that you can use document.getElement by ID. So now you go to the form and refresh the form. So is it appearing on the form now? Is it appearing on the form? The macro is appearing on the form? No, right? Let me create the record. Okay. Now the UI macro is appearing now. On the existing record, it is appearing. Likewise, you can create a UI macro and show it on the show the UI macro on the form. You can show or hide the UI macro using ID. Hmm? If I want to get the field, if I want to get the value of this particular macro, hmm? So then, so if this checkbox is checked, let me just run this one. So you can see for this one there is a ID here. If this checkbox is checked or this checkbox is checked or this checkbox is checked, we can identify using IDs. Okay. So using document.getElement by ID dot value. If you use dot value, you can get the value if it is true or false. If it is true, that means that is checked. Okay. Where is the form? So likewise, guys, you will be creating the UI macros on the form, and you will be showing the show or hiding the UI macros. You can get the field values of the UI macros. So you guys need to understand that these fields are nothing but UI macros only. These are also UI macros only. Every field is a UI macro. Okay, this field is a macro. Every field is a macro. The ServiceNow has designed um, every field as a macro. Okay, fine. So suppose we are able to show the buttons only. We are able to show the buttons only on the top, or we are able to show the buttons only on the context menu. We are able to show the buttons only on the links. Suppose what if I have to show the button in the middle of the form? What if I have to show the button in the middle of the form? Let us say when we click on incident form, it is opening the incident form. Hmm? And the incident, once you create the incident, that incident number is automatically getting populated here, right? Huh? This incident form button, I have to show it somewhere here. Can we create a custom UI action? Can we create a UI action through the UI macro? Definitely yes. So we have created a UI action, right? Incident form. Hmm? So same this incident form, I have to show it here. just above the incident field. So you can do it through the UI macro. You can do it through the UI macro. You can create a button using HTML. You can create a button using HTML. Open incident form. I'm writing script tag here, guys. In the script tag, you can write a guide model form here. Whenever you click on this button, um, open incident. Okay. So you have to declare a function here. Okay. You have to call the UI page. Sorry. Create incident, comma, table name incident. Incident gm dot on completion callback. Let me go to the UI macro, UI action. Right click, configure UI actions. Okay. Just calling this UI macro from the formatter. So what is the incident form, right? Oh, right click configure form layout. That should appear on the related records. Okay. So open incident button. Whenever you click on this button, it will call the what is happening. So what I'm doing here is when I write button here, it is trying to submit without waiting actually. Okay. Let me just go to the UI macros. So we are able to show this button. Whenever we click on this button, it should go, a page should open. That is not appearing here. It's opening the form. So like you have shown the UI action here, we are able to show the button here also using UI macros. Whenever I click on that one, what is happening? It is opening the form. After submitting this, the on completion callback function will be executed. And then that number will be updated in the incident field. The number will be updated in the incident field. Okay. Clear, right? So we are just showing the UI macro on the form, right? I just want to show the UI macro on the dictionary, on the field. Okay. So showing the UI macro on the form is different. Showing the UI macro on the dictionary is different. If you want to show the UI macro on the dictionary, let me just create one for you. Instead of open incident, I'm just keeping NC. Okay. I'm just keeping INC here. So if I have to call this UI macro directly at the field, directly on this particular caller field, directly on this particular email field, I want to call the UI macro, not on the form, on the field. Go to the field, right click, configure dictionary, right click, configure dictionary. Scroll down, click on advanced view. Click on advanced view. So attributes are there, right? Use comma separated here. Ref underscore contributions. Ref underscore contributions is equal to UI macro name. Remember, if there is already an attribute, use comma separated. ref underscore contributions is equal to UI macro name. So now you can see the UI macro will appear on the dictionary level. Now the UI macro is appearing on the dictionary level. Getting my point? The macro is appearing on the dictionary level, not on the form level. On the form level, you have to add it to the formatter. You have to add the formatter. Okay. But you are directly calling the UI macro on the dictionary using attributes, using ref underscore contributions is equal to UI macro name. So that is how you will call the UI macros on the forms, guys. Okay. So UI macros are not that important, but remember the topic and just have an understanding. Okay. Any questions from anyone, guys? Any questions from anyone?
Yeah, Uday, one thing, as per now, till we are opening the forms from the list, right, for editing purpose.
Hmm.
I mean, suppose here I have the shipping case number. I
Hmm.
want to search with shipping case and I need to fill those details. My question is, how can we implement that scenario? From the list, I don't want to open. I need to open the form. If I am searching with that name, I need to load the all the details. Functionality wise, I understood. I mean, we need to get the form details and we need to find the controls, right?
I didn't understand the question here.
Yeah. Uh, till now, what we are doing is from the list, we are opening the form, right? I mean, already I am existing. I am opening the shipping case, which is existing.
Hmm.
From the list, I am able to open.
Hmm.
Okay, this is good for me. And
Hmm.
if we are creating also, we are creating from the system ID is -1 and we are creating the form. My requirement is I need to provide the one form is there. And in that form, I need to enter the shipping case. Shipping case number I need to pass. All the details I need to fill in the form automatically. Such criteria I am saying, Uday.
Such criteria in the sense here.
No, no. Can you open the shipping case from? I will tell you. Can you open the shipping case edit form?
Yeah.
Yeah. Here my requirement is I need to keep one text box. And if I am entering the SHI 0001259,
Hmm.
I am entering that shipping case number.
Hmm.
It need to fetch the data details like for this. I need to keep one button. I need to search with the shipping case ID details.
See, no need to do that. What you can do is, I did tell you about templates, right?
Okay.
You create the template.
Okay.
So templates concept you remember, right?
Yes. Yes, Uday.
Hmm?
Yes.
So what you will do is, you will create a reference field.
Okay.
In that reference field, you will be referencing these templates.
Okay.
Whenever you select one template, so in the template there are some details, right? Those details will be automatically populated.
Okay.
Getting my point?
Yes.
So your question is, let me just create one field on the form. the template table name where are we creating that field? Template 30. Systemplate.list. This is stored in this particular table.
Okay.
So we have to create a reference field referencing this particular table. I think somehow the table name is not appearing here. What we can do is we can create a reference field using these templates. Whenever you select the template, automatically the template details will be populated. So for that, you have to use apply template, something like that. You have to use a function. Okay. So instead of using the number, you can also do it using number also. When you use number, you have to write a on change client script. You have to use the glide ajax. Through the glide ajax, you have to populate the values. Getting my point?
Yes, yes, yes.
Instead of using no template, if you want to directly use the number, you can create a reference field that is actually shipping case, and you have to reference the shipping case table, and where whenever
Yes.
you select that value, and it will run the on-change client script. Whenever the on-change client script is run, you have to call the glide ajax. Through the glide
Yes.
ajax, you have to get the values and populate it on the form. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay, guys. And see you there in tomorrow session, guys. Okay.